Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Krusty, but as always, and today I just wanted to give a little pre-roll disclaimer. This video, whether it seemed like it or not, has taken me around 8 hours of editing and gameplay getting. So I would appreciate if you leave a like and if you leave a comment section below telling me on how I can improve my videos. Another disclaimer. Guns are fine in moderation, and they are fine to play with, if you will. They are not okay to be taken and going out shooting people. That is wrong, that is immoral, and no one should do it. However, what guns are good at is they are good at demonstrating finely working mechanics, if you will. And there are many games surrounding them, and they are fun to play with. Once again, play with. That's hard to describe. If you're shooting pieces of paper or shooting watermelon, it's perfectly fine, but do not take that any farther. And this is simply a game, and all actions in this game are to remain in the game, and anything you do with a gun is not my responsibility. Okay, bye. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the live commentary portion of this video, and we're going to get started there. Hello guys, what is going on? My name's Tracy, but as you heard before in the pre-roll, but we're back in the gameplay, and here we are. So when you start up this game, this is roughly what you're gonna see. If you start it up for the second time, I believe that they're gonna make you register, and they're gonna make you sign up and all that fun stuff. Registering, signing up, same thing. But yeah, that's kind of what they're gonna do. But after that, it's very seamless. It just logs you in. You don't have to go check your email and confirm it, nothing like that. So, but let's start kind of at the beginning. So this game has left me at a four-way intersection. So this is kind of a long analogy. Just kind of bear with me. So this game has left me at a four-way intersection in which I can turn one of three ways. And my three options are: I love this game so much, drive. This game is whatever, avenue. And lastly, this game sucks. Fuck you, developers, Parkway. At this point, I'm sitting in the middle of that intersection, and I hear honking horns left and right, and I ask myself, what exactly is this game? Right? What is it? What is it meant to be? Now I'm gonna jump into some actual gameplay, me shooting, me disassembling, all that fun stuff. This game is essentially a 3D takedown interactive manual of your favorite guns. So how is this useful for anyone? Well, probably no one, unless you are a gunsmith, I guess. And if you are, then you probably still won't need this. But it's a cool game to fool around with. I almost see this as a sandbox, and I feel like it would have even more potential if there was a modding community for it. A way to design your own guns and design your own takedowns of that gun. And you know, if there was a strong modding community out there, I don't know how many people it would be and how fast this would get done, but I could see, any gun you want being taken to this game, and because it's basically a sandbox but locked down to the developers only. If this was open source and there was a modding API or APK, whatever you want to call it, API probably, then this game would have even more potential than it already does. Having said that, the tutorial is very long at the beginning. It is completely long. I'm talking furiously long. It literally took me an hour and a half to complete. Perhaps too because I got so bored I had to resort to my second favorite thing in the world, eating, just to make the tutorial a tad bit boring. So, I do suggest that if you do decide to pick up this game on Steam, which it is free to play, I'll just come out right away and say that this series is going to be many free to play games. Maybe a few played ones though. Um, give it a chance, right? You do have to sit through 2 hours of boringness. Now that is a lot to ask. I will admit it. However, once you do get done with that, I can surely say that this game is going to be amazing. So I just want to kind of share with you guys what I've done so far in this game. So here's the AK-47. This green is the progress bar to completing all the challenges. You can see if I go to like the Colt, there's the field strip, disassembly, assembly, operation game, super game, and hardcore game, which I have not unlocked because I have not completed super game. Excuse me. This is the progress bar, I guess, to completing all this. I think I am not completely sure, or at least completing all of this up here, which you complete by doing these. Now, I am going to actually be disassembling the AK-47. Not completely. I'm just gonna field strip it. Maybe I'll do disassembly too. But yeah, let's just get into the field strip and kind of show you how this works. So yes, the tutorial is extremely long. Oh, and wait, there's no skip button at any point. The tutorial is extremely locked down and very frustrating. They do not let you out of their little boundaries they set for you. It is a massive 16-step tutorial. First of all, here's what we're gonna do. Let's go to the settings. There's only two cons in this entire game, really, and that is look at the amount of settings. Look at them. There's play music, play sounds, autofocus, and full screen. Explain to me how these are settings. Play music and play sounds are not settings, really. I mean, sure, you can change them, so technically they're settings, but they're not real settings in my opinion. Autofocus, I'm not sure what that does, because for me, everything focuses even with that off. Full screen, obviously, is on. Although I will say, when I tried to take this off, my game has crashed numerous amounts of times. So you better play in full screen. Perhaps that's only when recording, but yeah, you want to be aware of that. So, I like settings in a game. I like any game I play to at least be able to change the resolution, although I found that that wasn't really an issue, seeing as a potato running a dumbed down version of Windows 95 could run this game. I understand that having low, medium, high, and extra quality textures requires more PNGs floating around the root folder, but still, is it really that hard to save an image in Photoshop a few more times? Perhaps I am unaware of the difficulty that persists here. Also, please note that there isn't even a volume slider. The settings screens is very minimal. Too minimal. Do you even see volume sliders? I don't see anything that even pertains to the graphics or volume, really, besides on off for the music. So, um, let's get over with the basic controls, if you will. So I have my mouse here. You can see it. If I just press the left mouse button, you can see I kind of rotate around it in a 360-degree fashion. I love the control and camera movements. Very fluid. I see no lag. There might be some on OBS, but for me, I can assure you there is none of it. And if you do right click, you can kind of pan around the image. It's actually much more smoother, and it's not as it doesn't go as much. I'm just um you know, I'm simulating it. So yeah, if you hold both the right and left trigger the the triggers, both the right and left mouse button at the same time, you can see same thing happens. Um, but yeah, very good camera control movements. And if you click on something, I will show you. You can take it apart from the gun. Well, that wasn't taking apart anything. That was just removing the mag. So if we come back here, let me kind of do this. We can take apart the cleaning kit or accessory case. It's the cleaning kit, I can assure you. Um, I thought you could take that off. Oh well. Then you could take off the receiver cover, top receiver cover. Well, probably not top because it's 40 AK-47. It's one whole piece. But, alrighty, and let me see if I can remember how to do this. I don't really know, actually. There we go. Take out the bolt carrier and the assembly. Now, if you want, this is getting even more in depth. You don't even have to take this part out, I don't believe. But you can take out the bolt carrier, and inside here, there are two more pieces, right? Now, when you do a full disassemble, these pieces will come out, and there's actually more pieces in here. I think there's like 4 or something, right? And even this, like in the full disassembly, the stock comes out, the screws come out. That counts for like 3 steps. There's a total of like 100 parts you need to take apart. The grip comes out, which it doesn't. This black piece comes out. This strap for the sling, that all comes out. And in here there are tons of parts. Or no, it's not in there. It's right here. This whole area right here, there are tons of parts. So, just be aware of that if you do want to play this game. And what else is there? Parts 1. Why am I having difficulties with this? There should not be. Oh, I do believe I know now. No? Alrighty. Is it the safety? I don't think so. Is it the whole trigger assembly? No. What about the grip? Nope. Huh. Hmm. That is rather odd. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'll be back, and yeah, then I'll kind of share with you what I found I'm missing. So yeah, be
Alrighty
right
guys,
back.
I have figured it out. It was this little cleaning rod. I mean, seriously, why? Why? And first, also, why would they shove a cleaning rod right there? I mean, I really don't understand it. You could probably fit it in the butt of the gun. And it's kind of flexible. Or is it flexible? I'm not sure. It probably is. You could just wind it up. It'll be fine. Alrighty. So as you can see, it has taken me 4 minutes and 42 seconds to complete that. Now, what you can actually do is you can assemble the gun. So I'm going to put the magazine in, although that's probably the dumbest thing to do in real life. Put the magazine in first. That was the gas piston, or at least the assembly for that. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put the bolt carrier in it, or the bolt into the bolt carrier. Put that in there. Put this in here. Put the top receiver cover on, or just the receiver cover if you want to get technical. Put the cleaning stuff, and put the cleaning rod in. So, as you can see, it is very much real life. If you guys have ever watched takedown videos on YouTube or anything of an AK-47 being field stripped or anything, it is extremely like real life, and I am not sure there is any difference, to be perfectly honest. There might be a few here and there, differentiating between models, newer years, older models. Although the AKs seem to be pretty consistent, um, in their lineup for just being standardized. So it is pretty much real life. I mean, yeah, if you were literally gonna use this as a 3D model, interactive model for taking down an AK-47, I have full faith you could take it apart butt naked and you would be able to put it back together, no problems at all. If not, the game will help you on that. So yeah. So there's kind of that mode of this game, and then there is the super game, which you are taking it apart fully. I'll actually just show you that. I'll do the assembly because that's a little bit easier. But a super game is all under time. So yeah. So as you can see, this game gets pretty in-depth. Now you can disassemble this all yourself. You can take all these parts apart yourself. This you can see is the receiver. Um, the barrel, the magazine, this magazine assembly. You can put all this back together, and it just lays out every single part for you. The barrel is one whole part apparently. I didn't know that. Well, I guess I did if I thought about it. At least on an AK. So yeah, you can see all this is very in depth, right? You just click on the parts. If you can't put it together, it will highlight red. If you can, there will be a green arrow. You click the green arrow. Like I said, the controls are very simple. It's a fun game just to play around with too. Um, so yeah. Um, I'm having difficulties. I'm just clicking around, right? I can assure you I'll get something here. Maybe I should pan over here. Yeah, you can see that there's tons of little parts that you have to like get the right camera angle and just kind of go in there with. So that goes in there. What does that do? That is the gas piston. That's interesting. It's not hollow. Um, is it hollow in real life? I don't know. I know that there's little holes for it to breathe, obviously, but I don't know if it's completely hollow. I've never really seen an AK in real life, but my knowledge of guns are fairly okay, whatever. So, then, we can not put that in for whatever reason, even though that doesn't take up the full butt, and we have to attach that. So we can put that, the buttstock plate, we can attach this, put the cleaning, the accessory case, if you want to get technical.
Put the grip on. Now can we put you on? No, we can. That's something we cannot do. Oh, we must put the trigger assembly on, I think. So this, once again, is very real to real life. It really, really is. Um, so yeah. But there are very many upsides to this game. And that is simply the developers. They are great, for lack of a better word. They are taking all the community's feedback. They are very open to constructive criticism about their game. And I'm not sure how the schedule has been recently, but they have pledged to release at least one new model every week, and it seems like they have been doing much more than that. When this game came out a month or 2 or 3 months ago, well, no, I think it was about a month and a half ago. The developers actually pledged to kind of bring at least one model a week, right? And back then, I think it was at 40 or 50 models, or guns if you prefer. I don't know what you prefer. And now we are at the point of 90 plus guns in the game, and it's only been out a month and a half. So they have been hard at work. I can just imagine coding this being difficult. Not too difficult, obviously, but it's definitely a challenge. You know, all games have their challenges, and this is just one of those. I can imagine this game probably being a little bit more time consuming to code than other games. But, you know, they definitely did it, and they did not complain, did they? Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, we have all this. The gas port. Really, is that what that is? Alright, barrel bushing. So once again, this is essentially a 3D takedown of this gun, and more like it. I mean, you guys saw that there was the MP5, and the possibilities are really just endless. And I mean, yeah, to be perfectly honest, there's not much to say. This gun gets really in depth, and all of it, honestly, there are hints, and I do want to show you another feature of this kind of game. So, if we go to, let's see, how was I gonna do this? Operation, here we go. It'll download the model. I don't know what it needs to download the model. It should have downloaded it when I downloaded the game, but it's pretty fast nonetheless. So here we have the AK-47. We can't take it apart. You see, when I do that, the mag just comes out. But what we can do is we could fire. Sorry, headphone users, but yeah. So the rear sight. I don't know what that was, raising it up a little bit. And then fire. You can go from single to automatic. Alright, you can reload. And if you didn't think that that was cool, let me show you something. So we have pause, focus. That's fun, I guess. Rotate, we can rotate. That sounds fun. But we have slow-mo. We have ×2, ×10, and ×50. Right, let's just do ×10 for now. Let's reload. Actually, let's then we'll do slow. Look at that. There's a little bit of static in the background, but I guess it can't be blamed. And look at those brass casings just fly off and disappear. It's great. But that is cool. And if you didn't even think that was cool, look at the X-ray. You can see every single moving part. And there are much more different parts. There is a let's get out of X-ray.
but there are much more different types of modes that you guys can play with. You can only do the active parts, which are the magazine, the safety, the trigger, and then obviously the bolt, um, and the sights. I don't know why that would be, but if you do fire, I believe if you can do the X-ray mode and that, you can see all the moving parts inside and it lights up green. So that is cool. There is also the cutaway mode, so you can kind of see where things are. See that? That's the barrel cleaner, I believe, the bushing thingy, thingamabobber. Um, yeah, and it's pretty nifty if I do say so myself. It's not the whole thing, but it is a good portion. So that's kind of the different modes that we can do. We're gonna go ahead and exit out of this. Oh, there's a console. I did not even realize that for this game. That is nifty. That is amazing. So maybe there is some modding development. So let me pause and press exit. I don't want to quit. I just want to... Yeah, I do want to quit, actually. So that's kind of an overview of the game. Now, you can do different models. You can do it with the Colt 1911. I won't show you guys that because you're going to have to go through the tutorial anyways. And trust me, that's going to be boring on its own. You can do the AK-47. You can do shootings. I'll show you one just to kind of show you. Continue. Let me do the hit every target. This is pretty easy. So, you just... Gotta reload. I didn't get it, but you can see that it's probably better to go slow than fast. I'm not that good at that game. Now here there are a few settings. You can invert your mouse, you can adjust the mouse sensitivity during aiming, and just the regular mouse sensitivity, and it does show you the controls. I would like to be able to customize these, but these are pretty standard, so I mean, I don't really think it's that big a deal. Alright, so yeah, as for the sound gets quite repetitive, and when you were in the tutorial, you had to wait the full 2 hours until you could be able to change your sound, to turn it off, and even change it to full screen. So it's quite difficult. But let's get to the conclusion. This is a cool game. It really is. I mean, it has a great community and developers. It's it's great. The modding community would have a great deal of fun with this game if it was open to them. I'm not quite sure if it is, but I do not believe that it is. So the developers are taking constructive criticism about their game and working on fixing all of those issues. The graphics are great. I know I ranted on the lack of quality and overall performance settings, but the game does quite run well on older computers, and I tried running this. Yes, actually I did. Just believe me. Don't be a bitch. Alrighty? There are a wide range of weapons to assemble and disassemble. There are currently plentiful 90 plus guns and more being pushed as an update to the gun almost every week. The game every week. Um, it's very in-depth taking apartness. Guns can be field stripped to a very basic level for a cleaning type scenario, or just stripped down butt naked and clean. Tee! It's free to play. It's free completely for life. Okay, that's great. Various game types, although I only played a few, particularly the fast ones, because the disassembling and assembling take quite long, as you saw. The controls are pretty simple, with only left, right, and those two in conjunction with each other. A 4-year-old could play this game, quite honestly. It is very feature rich. There are various X-ray modes where you can see each and every working part, and it's pretty much amazing. Also with a slow-mo feature that comes with 2 times, 10 times, and 50 times speeds, so you can see everything in its wonderful glory. So I guess who is this game for? I kind of already answered that, but it still stands. Perhaps a gunsmith, right? It's cool to play around if you can get past the 2 hour long tutorial. Now, perhaps there's something in the text files down in the game root folder that I can adjust to say skip tutorial on my own, but until then, quite honestly, this game is it's not worth looking at.
So guys, with that said, go to the Steam Marketplace, or the Steam Store I guess, not the Marketplace. I was thinking the Xbox Marketplace, and pick this game up. Yes, the tutorial is very long, but trust me, once you give it a chance, this game is amazing. Especially when you get to unlock these things over here, which I have not done, but I can just tell that they're going to be amazing. Excuse me. So yes, go get this game. It is going to be fun. I'm actually going to continue playing it, not on camera, but I'm going to continue playing it for my own enjoyment because I have the Tech 9s that look, or that's not Tech, yeah, that's Tech 9. That's an MP5. That's probably a Beretta 92FS, probably. I'm not sure. Um, I'm gonna continue playing these, and I'll probably update you guys in the description, knowing how I liked it. And that, please leave a like if you disliked it. If you disliked it, yeah, that'd be great. No, please leave a like if you liked it. Please dislike it if you disliked it. And yeah, goodbye, guys.